Hi Aries, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we're actually doing the monthly readings, okay? So looking ahead at March, seeing what is happening for you. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you can stay up to date with all the readings. We have the weekly individual readings, we have all signs over the weekends, and once a month on the full moons we do have those shadow work readings as well. So stay notified and subscribe to the channel. I do really appreciate that as well. This week we are using the Earth Wisdom Oracle. I do also have here the Yin Yang Oracle, and the Lenormand deck we have this week is the Tanis Lenormand. Okay, so getting sort of straight on into it for you Aries, splitting the month, start, middle, and end. What is going on for Aries in March 2025? Start, middle, and end. Oh, okay. Start, middle, and end. So we're looking for middle and end for Aries in March. Okay, so I am picking up here, Aries. That one kind of fell on out. And that's prosperity. So I'm going to take that as a general overview for the entirety of March. A very prosperous month for you. We do see, you know, the waters flowing, the emotions flowing, but in a positive sort of way. They're being filtered healthily. We do see garden kind of imagery there as well. So, you know, it might be a good month to be getting a little bit more sociable, that sort of stuff. Very prosperous with your social life in that sort of a sense. Money flowing, emotions flowing, going with the flow. Starting the month off, we have go with the flow. Okay, so we do see that, you know, very prosperous month for you, Aries, but it's all very dependent on you just going with the flow, not trying to... It's kind of giving me force against the current. You see that this is like a little river here that we're going down, and we're going with the current rather than against it. So I do feel as though for someone here within the collective, there is this energy of going against the current kind of means going against your own intuition. All right, so I am picking up on that your intuition is kind of trying to guide you in a certain direction here, and someone is maybe a little bit tempted to fight against that current and force their way back upstream. So it's really kind of reminding you to trust your intuition and just roll with it. If you're feeling drawn to do something, do that. You know, if you're feeling drawn to say something, just go with it. All right, so we'll see if we can clarify that a little bit for you as well, though. Going with the flow at the start of March for Aries, please. This is actually very interesting because it's kind of giving me a very specific message with this as well. Firstly, we have the scythe, which is a very quick energy. It does talk about breaking free of something here, but I feel like what we're breaking free of is whatever your energy has been like in February. Okay, so whatever's been going on in February, whatever you've been doing that is swimming upstream in February, fighting against your own intuition a little bit in, you know, January and February maybe for some of you. That's what's coming to an end. That's what we're cutting it out. We're cutting it out. We're stopping that behavior, and we're, you know, we're making a sudden, very unexpected change. It might be something that we're doing quite impulsively, because I do have here the rider as well. So that really gets things moving and shaking as well. It's sort of getting up on that bike and going, you know, trying again. You know, no matter how many times you fall off that bike, you get back up and you try again until you get the hang of it. So we do see you moving forward very, very suddenly, very, very impulsively, where you're like, that's it, I'm getting back up on that bike and I'm going for it. We do see the garden card there as well. So I did already mention that garden energy. So, you know, being a little bit more sociable with the garden, it's specifically coming out individually itself, clarifying, you know, a garden type energy there. we do see that there may actually be like a specific event or meeting of people. So it may be a group of people. It may be maybe just one person. That is my date card as well. So, keep that in mind. It might be like work meetings, those sorts of things, something along those lines. It's you're getting up and going for it, and you're going to, for some of you, it might be requesting that work meeting. It might be sending that invitation. Inviting somebody to that event, going to that event in the first place that you maybe I wasn't sure with, I feel drawn to go to this event, and then yep, here you go, you're going with the flow, and you go, that's it. I'm cutting out my last my previous behavior of fighting against that and just and wanting to sort of not get out and about. I do feel as though for a lot of you, that's what the upstream is we're coming from a place where we've been a little bit more restrictive of our social batteries, I suppose, and maybe not spending that much time with friends out and about in public, going on dates, going to the coffee shop, meeting up with a friend, all that sort of stuff. So starting to go with the flow and kind of go, that's it, I'm getting on that bike and I'm going for it. I'm going straight towards that. So we do see that this is like, I feel like for a lot of you, there may be something that you're bringing forward to that meeting as well, like news or some specific message that you're wanting to, address with that meeting as well. So for some of you, in the work example, it would be like organizing a meeting with your boss specifically to ask for a promotion and things like that. Organizing to, go on a date with somebody specifically to, I want to let you know I'm interested in going on a date with you. And so would you like to go on a date? That kind of thing. All right. So we do see for the middle of March, the divine protection energy. So you are very, very protected while you're doing this. I feel as though it's kind of just wanting you to know that as long as you're going with the flow and going forwards, protection is there. The protection's not upstream. Okay. It's like, I'm seeing like a little bubble just going down. And when you're in sync with that bubble, you're protected by it. But as soon as you fight against the stream and start going back upstream, you turn around and go backwards, whereas the bubble's still flowing forwards. So as long as you're going with the flow, you have this aura of protection around you, where things are just sort of going to happen really positively for you. Things are moving in the right direction for you here. We do see sudden unexpected changes, getting back on that bike and moving quickly into the future for you here. We do see at the end of March, awareness. Becoming a little bit consciously aware of these things. For some of you, that's telling me some of you are going to have a little bit more of an awareness specifically to do with the divine protection, and you may actually notice things in your physical life where you even say to yourself like, oh, wow, I wonder who was watching out for me that day. Oh, someone was looking out for me there, because you're seeing things happen. It's like, I can't remember what the music clip, like the film clip was, but there was a song, right? And it's like they're walking down the street, and everywhere they go, they like just miss all the bad stuff, and all this crazy stuff it happens behind them, and they're just like la 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 walking down the street, and they're not noticing that if they had been one step slower, here comes this big beam out of the sky from a construction site, and it goes right behind them, and if they had been one step slower, it would have like taken them out, and the whole way along the walk, all these things happen, and everything behind them is like falling and crumbling and smashing, and this person's just walking through it perfectly fine. They're just perfectly in tune, perfectly in step to avoid all the mishaps and dramas. And I feel like you're even noticing stuff like that happening to yourself around the end of March here, Aries. You're kind of like, oh, wow, if I had been 5 minutes later in the traffic today, I would have been involved in that huge car pile up, or, all of a sudden there was a bridge problem, and the bridge got suddenly, everyone got stopped on the bridge, and traffic got built up for hours and hours, but I made it through just in time to not be affected by that. And so all those sorts of things, as long as you keep moving forwardly and, following your intuition and going with the flow instead of fighting against it, you may actually even start to notice it. Right place at the right time kind of energy, but you're actually kind of realizing that, oh, it's lucky I was, because I very easily could have been at the wrong place at the wrong time if I was just 5 minutes late, or if I was just one step slower, those sorts of things. It's like you're at the shop and you get the very last item and you're like, oh, that's lucky. If I had have been, 5 minutes later, I would have missed out on the item. Clarify this energy for Aries at the end of March, please. How is that connected to divine protection and awareness, please, for Aries? This awareness is actually also linked to a wish that you have, Aries. On the bottom of the deck in the hidden energy, I do have, and it's a wish for in connection to relationships. Because the way that it connects is it's dependent on you going with the flow and getting up on that bike and taking a chance. We have the clover here connecting that, as well as the dog energy there. So you're so I do see for a lot of you with that garden energy as well, and you're getting on that bike and you're rushing off to meet somebody this month. It feels like your entire month is dependent on you going with the flow and trusting your intuition telling you to do that, and actually going ahead and doing that, taking a chance, taking a risk to invest in this. It does feel like a person connection here too, because the dog generally does talk about a person, somebody that you see as, a dog is your lifelong companion, yeah. So it's maybe taking a bit of a risk, a bit of a chance to invest in a potential companion, somebody that you have a lot of loyalty and understanding and compassion with this person, or vice versa. I do feel like it does go both ways here, seeing this here, but it's all divine protection and awareness about the need to communicate here. We have communication, we have the lily, we have the house. All right, so communicating with somebody here, communicating about emotional intimacy, vulnerabilities, being honest, open with this person on an emotional level, being and it's also foresight as well, talking about the future. What do you want long term? What do you want long term? So for those of you where it's like you're inviting your boss out, and talking about, let's have that promotion. Look, this is what I want long term. I'm communicating very clearly with you. This is what I expect to see, promotion wise for the long term. Maybe being a little bit open and honest emotionally. Like, I feel like if I don't receive a promotion, it feels like I'm not right for the job, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, trust your intuition. Once again, go with the flow of that, what your intuition is telling you. But then we do see the house. This creates a lot of security and stability for you. For those of you where this is, not a work thing, because it definitely could be a relationship type thing for quite a lot of you as well. Ear ringing, okay, yep. For a lot of you, it definitely is a relationship. It's that family like that family pack upgrade kind of energy, security, stability, that where you can build a little nest with that person. But I feel like for a lot of you, that's where your protection is coming through here. You're being protected and guided to go for something here, and it feels like the awareness is coming full circle. This is maybe something where you have been fighting against that current, because you haven't been fully aware of the full scope of this, especially when it comes to the potential longevity of this and the potential home and security elements to this as well. All right, so that may be partly what that awareness is all about. But checking in on work, career, and finances for you, Aries. Work, career, and finances for Aries in March. It's wanting to reiterate certain themes we've already sort of discussed here. We do see the winter energy, which is all about rebirth. All right, so winter is the opportunity for us to, hibernate and be reborn, to grow new fur, like big furry winter coats and things like that. It is a rebirth energy, that it's a totally different landscape to what it was a few months ago, that type of thing. And so what we're rebirthing from, okay, is kind of telling me directly here is we're removing the lack mindset, removing doubts about self, doubts about how much we lack. It's the lack mindset. Okay. So, especially when it comes to work and career, money, you may have a bit of a mindset where you focus more on what you don't have. So that's what's being rebirthed here, and changing that mindset a little bit for yourself. Moving more into stability, harmony, flow. Okay. So that's very similar to the house energy, moving towards secure, stable family home, for yourself. This is, long-term stability and harmony when it comes to work, career, and finances. So, in on love and romance stuff. Oh, wow. Throwing things at me, Aries. Oh, that was a very specific message too that just got thrown out. We've got the messages and dreams card with the feminine energy. Who's the female you're dreaming about, Aries? Who's the feminine energy you're dreaming about? That there's a message there for you. Pay attention to that, especially if this is a female, connected to love and romance. If you're dreaming about this person, there is something there. All right. A message that you're needing to receive. Maybe that's part of the awareness that you're opening to, is specifically with that person you are dreaming about. I'm feeling that some of you, it's like you're dreaming of this person daytime as well. Love and romance, Aries in March. Daydreaming, daydreaming, night dreaming about this person. Are you spying on them as well? Because I do have your energy on the bottom of the deck, the fire energy. So maybe, I am getting a bit of a mirror aspect here too. So this person may have a strong fire energy. They may be a fire sign as well. So Aries, Leo, Sag, they may have a strong placement in fire. Maybe it's just the passion and desire that we have here when it comes to this love and romantic stuff. We do see spy, watching, inspecting. So somebody keeping tabs on the other, what that always gives me a very keeping the tabs on you online, seeing what you're up to, seeing when you're online, that sort of a thing. Reunion, soul ties. Are you not currently in contact with this person? That's maybe why they're haunting your dreams, Aries. Maybe that's why we see such a strong message for you of, taking a chance, rushing forward, breaking free from that no contact, if that's what that is. Fate, divine intervention, and detours. Once again, divine protection for you, trying to push you towards this, okay, towards this reunion, because there is a very strong soul tie there. This is part of your fate, this person. Just two cards that may clue Aries into who this person is if they don't already know. Who is this person to Aries? How will Aries know who this person is for them? definitely a female, definitely a relationship-based thing that you wish for. So once again, and they were around the other way before. Okay, so they've definitely shuffled. We have the feminine again. We also have the stork. They may be a little bit of a shit stirrer, Aries. This is your card. They may have strong Aries placements. We did see the fire energy on the bottom there as well. So they may definitely have a strong Aries placement. Maybe a fellow Aries. They definitely, even if they're not a woman, we're getting a very, very strong feminine energy here. So whatever your circumstance is with, I'm picking up just a specific message here too, that whatever your circumstance is, your relationship with your mother, they have a very similar experience of what mother relationships have been like for them as well. So it doesn't mean that you've both been through the exact same experiences. It just means that the emotional component and the way that they were nurtured is very, very similar to the way that you were nurtured from your mother. Okay, Aries. So whatever that means to you on an individual level. But yeah, with the stork there, that they may be a little bit of a shit stirrer. I do keep hearing they like to stir things up. They like to maybe, it's not that they even like to stir things up. It's just that they do. It's like this person stirs the energy up, that they're always pushing for new, like they're always, they've always got all these great ideas, but it may be somebody who, they may stir something up within you that wants you to be a better version of yourself, that wants you to push yourself harder, those sorts of things. I'm picking up on that sort of stuff as well. So they may sort of nurture something within you that really wants to excel and be better and do better, and because I am getting that with that lack mindset coming through for you today too, that maybe that's part of what's happened in the past is, maybe you felt as though you lacked what was necessary to meet this person's expectations. But there's a very nurturing energy there. They're very wanting to nurture this connection as well, I feel, Aries. So that's what we have for you today. You may want to even cross-check the person's placements if you know them, but feel free to check your own. Make sure you do subscribe, and I will see you all again soon.